Namaskar. Our journey of exploring Sanatana Dharma continues. And last week we explored Bhakti as a spiritual technology, not merely as devotion, but as a powerful inner engineering process that aligns emotion, dissolves ego, and connects the individual to the universe. We understood how Bhakti refines the heart and creates inner stability in an unstable world. But a deeper question naturally arises. If Bhakti is the path, what governs the journey? What determines our experiences, struggles, and outcomes in life? So this week, we move to the foundational law that operates behind every thought, every action, and every destiny, karma. Because without understanding karma, Bhakti becomes emotion. With understanding karma, Bhakti becomes transformation. In a world driven by instant gratification, algorithmic predictions, and data driven decisions, one ancient principle continues to silently govern human existence, that is karma. Not as a belief, not as a superstition, but as a law. Just as gravity operates whether we believe it or not, karma functions as the moral and psychological architecture of existence. Today's youth often ask, is karma real? Why do people suffer? Is life random or programmed? Sanatana Dharma does not ask for blind belief. It invites inquiry, observation, and realization. Today we decode karma not just spiritually, but scientifically, psychologically, and logically. Because understanding karma is not philosophy, it is life management at the highest level. The doctrine of karma is deeply rooted across multiple layers of Sanatana literature. Vedas, that is the seed form, Ritha, cosmic order, Upanishads, philosophical expansion, Bhagavad Gita, practical application, and Brahma Sutras, logical consolidation. Karma is not a standalone concept. It is a part of threefold framework. Karma, that is the action, samskara, impression, and vasana, that is the tendency. Together they form the cycle of experience and rebirth. Sanatana Dharma introduced karma to answer a fundamental civilizational question. Why is life unequal? Why is one born wealthy and another in hardship? Why does effort sometimes fail? Why do tendencies differ from birth? The answer, life is not a single chapter. It is a continuous ledger. A simple yet profound illustration comes from Mahabharata. King Dhritarashtra, born blind, once asked, why was I born blind despite being a king? Through divine insight, he is shown a past life where, as a hunter, he had blinded birds for sport. So the result was not immediate punishment, it became a latent karmic imprint, manifesting later. So this story is not about fear, it is about precision of consequences. Karma is not revenge, it is balanced restoration. Karma operates on three levels. Sanchita karma, all past actions stored as impressions. Prarabdha karma, that is the activated karma, the portion currently being experienced, your present life situation. And agami karma, future karma, that is actions you are performing now, shaping future outcomes. This creates a powerful truth. You are not a victim of fate, you are a participant in continuous system. And karma teaches every thought is an action. Every action leaves a trace, and every trace shapes destiny. There is no randomness. There is delayed causation. Karmanyeva adhikarasya mafaleshu gadachana. That is, you have control only over your actions, never over the results. Focus on input. Results are system driven. And now let us decode karma through modern science, neuroscience, subconscious programming. Every repeated thought creates neural pathways. Anger, that is, strengthens anger circuits. Discipline strengthens control circuits. This is exactly what Sanatana Dharma calls samskara. Karma is neuroplasticity over time. Psychology, that is the behavioral conditioning. Modern psychology says habits is identity, while identity is life outcomes. Sanatana Dharma said the same. Vasana, tendency, drives behavior. You don't act randomly, you act based on stored impressions. And physics, that is the cause and effect. Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Karma extends this law beyond physics into emotional reaction, social consequences, a moral equilibrium, and data systems analogy. Think of karma as a cloud storage system. Nothing is deleted, everything is logged. Even if you forget, the system does not. Yata karma tata phalam. That is, as the action, so the result. Life is not biased, it is precise. And in modern finance, investment is returns later and bad debt is crisis later. Similarly, karma may not show immediate result, but never disappears. Rebirth logic, a rational explanation. This is where most modern minds hesitate. Let us approach logically. Observation. People are born with a different tendencies. Talents appear early without training. Fears exist without experience. Scientific question is, where do these originate? Genetics explain partially, but not fully. Sanatana Dharma answers, subtle memory continues beyond the body. Just as software moves across devices, data migrates across systems. Similarly, consciousness carries impressions across birth. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya. Just as old clothes are discarded and new ones worn, the soul takes new bodies. Body changes, continuity remains. So, for the modern youth, you are not confused, you are overstimulated, you are not lost, you are overloaded with choices. Karma gives clarity. Career, efforts compound, shortcuts collapse. Anxiety, your control, action, not outcomes. And ego, success is past karma plus present effort. And relationship, what you give emotionally returns amplified. And identity, you are not your current situation, you are a continuum in progress. Why me? What next action? So, nahi kalyana grit kajjit durgatim thata kajjati. That is, one who does good never meets a bad end. No effort is wasted in dharma. And karma is not just personal philosophy, it is civilizational intelligence. It creates accountability without policing, ethics without enforcement, discipline without fear. Sanatana Dharma does not impose morality, it explains consequences. In a world moving towards chaos, instant reward, and ethical dilution, karma is a stabilizing force. Our duty is understand it deeply, practice it consciously, teach it reasonably and responsibly, and pass it forward fearlessly, not as religion, but as universal law of living. Dharma rakshati rakshitaha. Dharma protects those who protect it. When you align with Dharma, life aligns with you. Karma is not punishment. Karma is not reward. Karma is continuity. It is the invisible thread connecting thought to action, action to consequence, life to lifetimes. When understood, karma does not create fear. It creates clarity, responsibility, and freedom. Because the ultimate truth is you are not bound by karma, you are shaped by it, and you can rise beyond it through awareness, discipline, and dharma. And karma as a feedback system, the invisible regulator. Let us understand karma not as punishment, but as a self correcting feedback loop. In modern engineering systems, every machine has input, processing, output, feedback correction. If deviation occurs, the system auto-adjusts. Karma is that cosmic feedback mechanism. You speak harshly, relationship deteriorates, you experience isolation. You act with integrity, trust builds, opportunities expand. No external judge required. Life itself is the auditor. And imagine standing in a valley, echo valley, you are terrible. What comes back? You are terrible. So you shout, you are wonderful, and the returns, you are wonderful. Life is not reacting to your intention, it is reflecting your expression. Karma is that echo valley. The problem is the echo does not return immediately. So people assume nothing happened. But the valley never forgets. Karma and subconscious memory, the hidden operating system. Modern neuroscience tells us 90% of human behavior is driven by subconscious mind. Sanatana Dharma said this thousands of years ago. As samskara, impressions, and vasana, behavioral tendencies. So let us simplify. Your mind is like a mobile phone. Conscious mind, apps you are currently using, and subconscious mind, background processes. Even when you are not aware, apps are running in the background. Similarly, childhood experiences, past actions, emotional imprints all continue to shape decisions silently. That silent is shaping, that is karma in action. Sittasya suddhaye karma. Actions purify mind. A right action is not for the world, it is for inner clarity. Karma as digital footprint, nothing gets deleted. Today's generation understands one thing very well. Digital footprint. Every click is tracked, every search is stored, and every behavior builds your profile. Even if you delete history, servers retain data. Similarly, every thought, every intention, every action leaves a subtle imprint. You may forget, but existence does not. Karma is your cosmic data trail. Algorithm analogy is you become what you consume. Consider YouTube or Instagram algorithms. If you watch motivation, you get more motivation. Anger content, you get more anger content. Fear-based news, more fear is fed to you. The system amplifies your pattern. Now reflect. Your mind works the same way. You feel negativity, negativity expands. You feel discipline, discipline strengthens. Karma is not only external, it is self-reinforcing internal programming. So, a guru gives 2 seeds to his students. One student plants it in fertile soil, waters it daily, protects it. The other throws it casually in dry land and forgets. Months later, one tree bears fruit, the other never sprouted. So the guru says, both had equal potential, but effort determined manifestation. Karma is not only past carry forward, it is also present cultivation. And remember that today's biggest challenge is short-term dopamine versus long-term karma. Junk food, instant pleasure, long-term disease. Trading without discipline, quick thrill, financial loss. Anger reaction, momentary release, relationship damage. So the modern life encourages now, fast, immediate. Karma operates on accumulate, mature, deliver. This mismatch creates frustration. People say, I did good but nothing happened. The answer is you are checking too early. Coming to bank, they think of karma as a multi-life balance sheet. Credit entries are charity, discipline, integrity, compassion, while debit entries are harm, dishonesty, exploitation, neglect of duty. So here is the key difference. The ledger is not closed annually. It is carried forward across lifetimes. And unlike banks, there is no loan waiver, but there is relief. Awareness can stop further loss. Karma is not fatalism, it is empowerment. Many misunderstood karma as everything is predetermined. This is incorrect. Karma is partly fixed, prarabdha, largely modifiable, agami. You are dealt certain cards, but how you play them is your freedom. Karma gives responsibility, not helplessness. Take the case of an archer. An archer releases an arrow. Once released, it cannot be stopped. That is prarabdha karma. But before releasing, he has full control. Agami karma. and his past practices determine accuracy. That is the Sanchita karma. Life is exactly like this. Epigenetics analogy beyond genetics. Modern science now speaks of epigenetics. Genes are not destiny. Expression depends on behavior. Lifestyle can activate, suppress, or modify genetic outcomes. Similarly, karma is not a rigid destiny. It is dynamic interaction between past and present. Karma yoga, the way out. Sanatana Dharma does not stop at explaining karma. It gives a solution. Karma yoga. Act fully. Detach from results. Maintain inner balance. This breaks anxiety loop, ego attachment, fear of failure. So, yoga karmasu kaushalam. That is, yoga is excellence in action. Perfection in effort is spirituality in motion. And so, karma is not only individual, it is also collective. When a society promotes corruption, that systemic collapse, encourages discipline, national growth, normalizes disrespect, cultural decay. Collective actions create collective destiny. That is why Dharma is not private, it is civilizational necessity. So, in a city, a traffic signal stops working. First day, one person breaks the rule. Then, second day, 10 follows. Within a week, chaos becomes normal. No punishment was imposed, but disorder multiplies. This is negative collection of karma. Emotional karma, the most immediate. Physical karma may delay, but emotional karma is instant. You hate, your mind burns first. You envy, your peace disappears. You forgive, your mind relaxes. Karma is not only external result, it is internal experience. So time lag is the biggest confusion. People doubt karma because of time gap. Seed, tree, fruit takes time. Education, career, success takes time. Karma, maturation, result takes time. Delay does not mean absence, it means processing is ongoing. Karma is not mythology, it is not blind belief, it is psychology in motion. Physics extended into life, data science of existence, moral architecture of reality. If understood deeply, it removes blame, it removes victimhood, it creates responsibility, it builds clarity. So, and most importantly, it gives control over your future. Because the ultimate law is you cannot change your past karma, but you are creating your future karma right now. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every action you perform, it is not disappearing into emptiness. It is being recorded, refined, and returned at the right time, in the right form, with absolute precision. Satyameva Jayate. Best regards, Raju Krishnan, Hyderabad.